this movement is begun by people. People who love this country, people who see things happening that are not in the best interest of this country. People who see Britain using a tactic that is old and ancient. They're using 16th and 17th century colonialist tactics under the guise of seeking to take care of this country. The reality is this country's been taking care of itself when they were enjoying life in Europe.
Clayton Greene, leader of the Progressive National Party, was a part of what he believes is standing up for what is theirs. Last night, Henry Bellingham, UK Minister for Overseas Territories, in a press conference said he believes in democracy. Greene said he has his doubts about that statement.
Well, I wanted to believe him, but now maybe he's a Democrat back in the UK, and when he comes here, he's not, because he says one thing and believes one thing in the United Kingdom. And when he comes to Turks and Caicos, his whole vision changes. And that is why it's important for Turks and Caicos Islanders to be Democrats. Because this is our democracy. And we're not going to have it unless we're prepared to sacrifice for it. We're not going to have it unless we're prepared to stand up and fight for it. And I'm not suggesting that we take up arms. I'm not suggesting that we be anything more than peaceful. We must let our own people know. And then we must let the world wider afield know that it ain't going to happen, because it's not going to happen on our watch.
The biggest issue for most of the protesters is what they are calling a lack of transparency. Promised over and over again by Governor Gordon Wetherill that elections were set for July 2011. Greene said this is an abominable sin.
It is wrong to promise the people of this country. We were content to sit back until July and say, well, you say you got some things to do, let's do it. We were content to sit back until July. But when Mr. Bellingham comes to this country and has the audacity to tell the people not only that you're not going to get your elections back in July, and not only that you're not going to get it back, but we're not going to tell you when you're going to get it back. We're not going to tell you what needs to be done so you can get it back. We will never get it back until we take it back. And so
Greene ended saying that he'll stand and fight as long as God gives him breath.